Another uncut entry this week, focused on making the very first Forge Denim Jacket order. So I actually have it behind me. I've almost completed it. So all that is left to do is do the not French seam, sorry, the flat felled seam for I think the left side of the sleeve, and then the body, and then attach the cuffs, and then also add the snap buttons on the cuffs, and then also get the packaging screen printed. And then I'm going to be hand delivering this because this is for my good friend. So I'm going to be hand delivering this sometime next week. I still need to take some product photos. I think this is my very, 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 very best work to date in terms of the Forged Denim Jacket. So I'm going to do some product shoot with that first before I hand deliver it. But yeah, I think because it's my first time doing like flat felled seam and all of that, so that I can have a professional finish on the garment. It's taking slightly longer since now there's more extra steps into sewing the garment all together. And no, I'm proud of it, man. It's coming along real good. And I just can't wait to, fully finish it and then just hand deliver it and then get that feedback from my good friend and then go from there and then on to the next. And also this week, what did I do? I went to a live edit. So I did a shoot last week or a couple weeks ago. I did the shoot for the Forge Denim Jacket. This is something that I haven't done before. So shout out to Joe and Sam. They helped shoot and film and edit this Forge Denim Jacket sort of reel. Yeah, a reel. And it came out so sick, man. Like they made me look like, a freaking superstar. And it captures the vibe of the brand, at least how I envisioned it to be, like how I would market it or how I would like to market it, because it's a good balance between fashion and boxing, and then it's not boxing in a sense where you see me in a ring or you see me wearing gloves or whatever. It's just me shadow boxing. You can shadow box anywhere, wearing anything. So I was wearing the Forge Denim Jacket set, and then I was shadow boxing, and basically just sort of highlighting this energy that I want the brand to carry. So when people wear the products, that's how they feel, in a sense. But then have that balance of, it being a fashion brand and then also being rooted in boxing. But no, that was real fun to do. And yeah, no, definitely I can see working with these guys, me working with these guys for like, a good while, like, once the brand pops off and then all of that, they're definitely the ones that are gonna be like my go-to when it comes to, producing marketing shoots and visuals, at least like video visuals. They're more into the whole filming and whatnot. But yeah, no, that was dope, very dope. I literally just posted it like 3 hours ago. And yeah, man, it's a good. It's like a. It stands out really well because most of the stuff that I post for Gallinacci, like my personal brand, it's heavy on the behind the scenes for Pioneers of Greatness. It's very raw, like this. Put the camera down, record, no edit, no color grading, no nothing, just as raw format. And with the shoot that we did, we they obviously color graded it and really sort of post production. Actually, didn't do much on the post production because a lot of the lighting itself was already set up while shooting, so not too much was needed to be done post production. It was just like chopping up the clips, chopping up the videos that we shot, and then having that sort of narrative that we want to show. But yeah, no, that was dope. Can't wait to do more of those. And what else? What else? What else? Yeah, no, I just enjoyed sewing the Forge Denim Jacket. Like that's my third. That was the third time I sewed a denim jacket. So I've done the first sample, the second sample, and then now this is like the final product. It has flaws. Don't get me wrong. Like it has flaws, but for like a person that doesn't like who did not make it, they won't. It'll be it'll be hard for them to point out all of the flaws. But for me, I can see it from like a mile away, and it bothers me because yeah, I'm like, oh, I wish I did this perfectly, blah blah blah. But then I'm like, as long as my what I did now is better than my last, then I'm cool. And then obviously on the next one that I do, when an order comes through, then that will be better than this one. So I'm just letting it be, you know, just going through the process, not rushing anything. Like I don't expect to be like a master after doing three sewing three denim jackets. So yeah, I'm actively putting like my 10,000 hours, to master this craft. That's why my aim this year is to, push out more products out there. Like I don't even need to sell as long as I put out a product there, add it onto the Shopify page, then that's a win for me. And then of course selling is a huge bonus and eventually that's what I need to be focusing on. But since this whole made to order and sewing the garment myself is like something very new. I mean, I've done it before, like, but it wasn't sewing. I would screen print on blanks. That's why I learned how to screen print so that I could do things in house. But now I'm doing everything in house. So the Forge Denim Jacket, let me actually grab it and show. So basically, inside we've got the versus POG slogan motif. So you got Manny Pacquiao and Oscar de la Hoya, and then the POG slogan, Pioneers of Greatness. That's gonna be a motif that's reoccurring on all the outerwears that I'll be dropping. And then also I have the brand label. It's printed. I don't know if you can see it properly. Yeah, it's printed on fabric, so it's not woven. So sometime in the future, I would love to have it as woven because it's more legit and it's more crisp that way. Because currently here it's not the cleanest, but gotta start somewhere. And yeah, like I said, I have yet to finish doing the flat felled seam on the left side of the garment. But yeah, as you can see, it's clean on the inside. I mean, there's imperfections, but that's just the nature of it. Since this is my third time, oh, technically first time doing flat felled seam on a denim jacket. So yeah, I'm proud of it. Can't wait to do a second one and really, improve on it. But it is what it is. And what else? What else? Yeah, no, I really want to just focus on denim for the meantime, because the material itself really carries the concept of what Pioneers of Greatness is, and that being denim is, a working class fabric. It was used as workwear in the mines and like laborious work, you know. And since Pioneers of Greatness is, it is heavily inspired by the philosophy of a fighter and the origins of boxers, right? It's called boxing is called poor man's sport back in the day, and it was what these working class people would take on, to earn extra cash. Back then, it would be like bare knuckle boxing, but then in the and in the early 1900s, the whole gloves came through, and all the rules came in as well. But yeah, it was denim is working class, and boxing started off working class. And I do like that concept of using denim as a as the main fabric for Pioneers of Greatness, because like I said, it really highlights that concept that I'm trying to push out. So I'll see. I'd like to master denim and then see where I could push it. And then only then would when I sort of feel like, yeah, I've I've got this on lock. Like this is denim is a signature material for Pioneers of Greatness. Then that's when I would start to explore other fabrics, mainly with fabrics that I have already in my wardrobe, and then I'll just bring them in to Pioneers of Greatness. Because for me, denim, I've always wore a denim jacket. To be fair, the very first sort of fashion project that I have was when I painted on denim. That was like back in 2016. I would paint on my denim jacket so that I would have this one of one pieces and then I could just stand out. So there's a personal history with denim, and everyone wears denim. Like you don't need to be fashionable to wear denim. Like your mom, your dad, your uncle, your auntie, they probably have a denim jacket in their wardrobe. So it's a great place to start. And that's where I'm going to be, really heavily setting my base foundation. But yeah, no, I plan to do like a vest version of the Forge Denim Jacket for the summer. I think that would be dope. Because when I was making the Forge Denim Jacket, obviously I start off with the body and then everything else, and then I put the sleeves. So there's there's a stage where it has no sleeves, and then when I wear it, it's just literally a sleeveless, you know, vest in a way, and it looks really good. So I was like, yeah, maybe I'll do a version of that, the Forge Denim Jacket, as a Forge Denim vest that can then be worn during the summer. So I'll probably work on that soon, probably right after completing this Forge Denim Jacket order, because I have enough denim fabric to, create the very first sample for that idea. But yeah, no, I can't wait to just slowly build out a a collection this year. Slowly get into trousers and all of that stuff. I mean, I already did, but it was terribly done. But then that's just because it was like rushed. I did it all in one day. But I'll definitely take my time with drafting the pattern and whatnot. But yeah, I think that's pretty much what I can think of so far. We also received our very first hater online, like a proper hater online. But then that's a good thing because you're not doing nothing right if you don't have haters. But for me, they just add to the fuel. And for me, I just don't understand why people hate, to begin with. But then it's always those ones, who have like private accounts and whatnot. Like it explains everything. But yeah, no, I don't really bother get bothered by those too much. I sort of try to make an example of them, like, oh, this is like, don't be this type of guy. Like I'll pin their comments and let them be like, make a fool of themselves. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened this week in terms of POG. Yeah, just been doing this Forge Denim Jacket. I mean, it's taking a little while, but that's just because I'm doing the whole flat felled seam to get that professional clean finish on the interior. But then once after this, I would get used to it, and then just on the next one it'll be a lot quicker because then I would just know how to do things. For this one, I had to watch a couple of YouTube clips of how to sew a denim jacket just to be sure how I'm doing the whole flat felled seam stuff right. But yeah, I think that's everything, man. It's a Sunday. I should have recorded this yesterday, oh, even on a Friday, but I was too busy. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm out. Peace.